Senators, thank you for the invitation to speak today. My name is Emily Churkin. I'm a parent, author, speaker, and on faculty at the University of Washington. I do not accept funding from tech companies for my work. I am here today with a warning. Technology is fundamentally changing childhood and, in the process, undermining parents and threatening the very health of democracy. Let me paint you a picture. Today in America, 40% of 2-year-olds have a personal tablet. Children 8 to 18 are averaging 7.5 hours a day on screens outside of school hours. Nearly 90% of American public schools provide children with internet-connected devices for learning. Occupational therapists tell me they have to teach young children how to turn the pages of a book. Preschool teachers report that toddlers don't like getting their hands dirty anymore. I know one teen so addicted to his phone, he seals it in a Ziploc bag and brings it into the shower with him. 26% of 13 to 17-year-olds use ChatGPT to do their schoolwork, which they access on laptops school gives them. My own university students have never received handwritten feedback on their papers. Elementary school children are literally falling out of their chairs in classrooms because they lack the core strength to sit for long periods of time. One child viewed more than 13,000 YouTube videos in less than 3 months at school on his school-issued laptop. This juxtaposition of childhood innocence and technology's overreach can be seen in a final anecdote. In a class of middle schoolers still losing their baby teeth, they imitate sex noises they hear online. But doesn't technology make our lives easier and prepare our children for the future? Unfortunately, no, in spite of the rosy claims made by technology companies. As a result, the wholesale restructuring of childhood around screens is catastrophic for children and families and has led us to 4 crises. First, a mental health crisis. Screen use before 2 years of age is linked to accelerated anxiety by age 13. Today, 1 in 3 teen girls has seriously contemplated suicide. The youth mental health crisis is so dire it has elicited a warning from the Surgeon General. Second, we face a learning crisis. As schools double down on ed tech products, reading and math scores are plummeting. One study found that investing in air conditioning yields a 30% increase in learning outcomes over investing in technology. We are quite literally wasting education dollars on ineffective technologies. Third, a crisis in creativity. A 15-year-old in Kentucky told me that she feels like the older kids are the lucky ones. In an after-school elementary drama class, she said to the younger children, "Let's pretend we're flying." They looked at her and said, "How?" If children can't pretend to fly, they cannot imagine and therefore cannot innovate. Creativity means having an original thought. Technology access in childhood does not enhance creativity, it kills it. And this threatens the future of entrepreneurship in America. Remember, today's tech giants had analog, play-based childhoods. Finally, the enmeshment of technology in childhood is creating a crisis for our democracy. Thomas Jefferson said, "An informed citizenry is at the heart of a dynamic democracy." When children spend hours being fed algorithmically driven rage-bait content designed to increase engagement, they lose the ability to form their own opinions, detect bias, and think critically. Informed citizens? Hardly. All of this is by design, of course. Technology companies build their products to hook and hold our attention, and children's brains are especially vulnerable. To make their products safer, tech companies would have to compromise profits, and they don't want to. As a result, the business model of big tech and ed tech is fundamentally at odds with child development, and its intrusion into family life undermines the choices parents can make. This is not a kid problem. It is an adult problem that is impacting children, but parents especially need help. Parents might delay access to smartphones and social media only for their children to view TikTok videos on a friend's phone. Parents can block YouTube at home only to get direct access for their children on school laptops. Senators, I invite you to think about your own childhoods, the teachers who inspired you, the awkward social moments, triumphing over a difficult high school essay, making or not making the basketball team. We remember these moments because in the discomfort we learned something. Friction is the learning process. When we seek benefits from the convenience of technology, we forget the benefits of struggle. We've reached a moment that demands we slow down and build things, even when the tech industry insists on the opposite. Legislation like the Kids Off Social Media Act is a start, and I believe we can go farther. Just as we have done with regulating alcohol and tobacco, we can do so with technology too. Parents are not naive. We know that our children will use technology for work and life and adulthood. We just want to ensure they have a childhood first. Thank you.